Hope you're having a good Christmas for those that are celebrating it, and a Happy New Year when it comes. So this is ICC Banter Blitz, Friday night. It's 9 PM UK time.
You need a website. Why not do it yourself?
Let me take off that advert. Sorry, muting that. Okay. Yes, people do need a website. So let's see. Okay. I'm here waiting for challenges. If you want to challenge me. Let's see. I'll start off with a 5-minute auto pairing. I think. Let's start off with a 5-minute auto pairing or a 3-minute auto pairing. I hope everything okay. I'll just say hi on stream. Need to kick off with a 5-minute or a 3-minute. Either. How many title plaza online have interest? 60? Okay. We've got a 5-minute auto pairing. RSQ 64. I'll try C5 to try and encourage D5. In fact, would he play D5 here? I'm trying to be evocative. No, he's not having it. D5 here? No? He wants to enter a Maroxy bind. Okay. Enter a Maroxy bind. I haven't yet played D6, so I wonder if I can play for D5 to be cheeky. Try and break this bind immediately, because I haven't played D6. I don't want to enter Maroxy bind position particularly. Do a gambit or yeah. This probably doesn't sound, but it reminds me of the Kasparov gambit, like knight b4 and bishop f5, possibly entertaining. Although that doesn't seem too healthy, I gotta admit. Oh, crikey. Yes, I've just lost the exchange. Now, have I got any compensation? Well, not really. Not really at the moment. I've got a dark square bishop. That's about it. You could even take the queens off. Actually, there's no point doing knight e2, is there? Alright, let me have the queens still on. That gives me a bit more fighting spirit, I think. To have the queens still on. Knight g4, king g8. Actually, rook d8 might have been useful. If queen e2, bishop c4. Rook d8, bishop c4. I can go for bishop h6. He's on a7. Hold on. So I'll try and complicate here somehow. The exchange down. I've just got this asset he hasn't got, the dark square bishop. But apart from that, not too much. Bishop h6 potentially. Try and nick back an exchange. What can I drum up here? Anything? Yes. Bishop h3. This queen can always drop back on the diagonal. Bishop h6 to be a nuisance. I'm not really sure what that does. Just trying to disrupt the rooks, maybe. I'm not sure how useful that is. This c5 could be really me going down here with c5. I've also loosened the knight, actually. So, yeah, I might just put the thing back, actually. I've loosened the knight, can't move that. There's a kind of pin there. Maybe if he takes... Is my queen getting squished as well on c5? Actually, I can take a pawn. No, rook f6 is his point. Oh, that's nice. He's got a lot of pressure on. He's coming up with knight d4. I've got to get out of this. So this kind of pin business. So I might be threatening bishop c4. Might be, but he's got c5. Takes knight c. Oh, okay. It's like that, is it? All right. Can I do this? My f7 is under scrutiny now. So he's kept the binds up till this point. I'm hoping the bind could be released at some point. But my f7 under scrutiny. He could just exchange off queens, yeah, by force. There's rook e1 check here. King h2. Bishop e5. g3. There's almost queen a8, but it's got queen f7 check. Rook e1 check. Queen b8 check. I think that's worth a punt to force g3. Is it? Well, not really. Rook e1, king h2, bishop e5, g3. What's the best practical thing, I wonder, to do here? Yeah, not to run out of time, probably. I can take... Nope.
Check.
I'll play this for maybe... I'm not really sure.
Check.
Queen b8. Then what? Rook e7. Try and complicate with rook e7. Have I achieved anything? h4 for bishop e5. Nope. Bishop e5, h4. Does he panic under pressure? 1 minute 30. I'll have to take that, I think. But here, h4, I'm trying to weaken these dark squares now. So that would be fatal for allowing bishop e5 if he took that. f6 is under pressure always here in this game. I wonder, like f5 and knight f6. Would that give me anything if I played f5 and knight f6? It would shield the f pawn. You've got f6 under control again, I take it. I'm thinking here, is he going to allow some fragmentation? There's a check on e2.
Check.
Doesn't do anything. I'll play rook e6. He's getting short on time though. This rook e3 for the g3 square could be fun. Okay, here might be threatening. Has he got knight f6? Hold on. No, I don't want to do anything too risky. Let's go on to this g4 he's just given me. I'm conscious of my f6 square. Knight g4 to e3. I think back in the driving. I'm okay. When I'm saying back in the driving seat, I mean I'm happy with the position. I didn't like losing the exchange. That was a bit unpleasant. I didn't like his binds in that game. Okay, alright, let's just play another one on the 5-minute auto pairing. So this is a really cool opponent, really quick. I'm going to play this knight d5 line. I had a couple of great games against him recently. There's a line with queen c2. Which I'm not entirely sure now. If I play d3 just to stop e4 for a moment, is that dumb? I don't know. I'm hoping this X around his bishop is handy. Apparently not. I'll try and see what he does to this. Is he wanting to keep that bishop? Maybe b3 and bishop b2. So b3 and bishop b2. Was he playing e4? Maybe I should stop e4 for a moment, because that could be liberating. If he played e4, it could be a bit uncomfortable for me. I think I want to sort of, okay, try and hold b4. b4 and bishop b2 might be interesting. I was going to get the d4 square in quite a significant way to stop that. If he plays d4, then he's not using it for a knight, at least. I don't like this bishop f3, knight d4 business. If I'm getting knight c5, that might be a nuisance. I hope it will be a nuisance. Alright, he's not using... No, he's trapping my knight, nearly. Not yet, because this knight, he can't yet play that. Give my knight c5. Okay, maybe b1 is better than b2. Well, b2 I can put the knight back to b2. If b5, knight b2. I don't know when this knight's rerouting. Rook c1, knight c5, knight h4 to f5. It actually holds d3, so knight h4 to f5 might be interesting. Maybe rook e1 first, knight h4, f5. If he took that, he's opening up the bishop. So rook e1, knight h4 to f5. Is that a plan? Is a4 possible here? Knight b4. He's on the rook in some cases. And if I play this plan here, try and open up this bishop on the diagonal with knight f5. See, is he going to take that off? It would be nice to open up the bishop on the diagonal. There's no g6 at the moment, knight h6. a4 is still... Oh, he's done that. Okay, he's going in for c3 or something. Okay, I can hold c3 for a moment with this awkward looking move, knight d1. If I can play bishop e4, that would hold f5. This queen's not coming in too quickly to my king. Would there be any point of bishop e4? Maybe queen a2, more to the point. Just hitting d5. He hasn't got a light square bishop. Queen a2 or queen b3. There is light square pressure. b3 holds c3 again a bit more. Ah, too late. Too late. What I could do, I don't like to liberate his pieces. What about just queen b3? In any case, I'm not trying to win a pawn. I want to keep his dynamic play minimal. What I have got is a trump card here, this light square bishop, and the light squares in general. I don't want to unleash the d file or give the d4 square for this knight. In fact, this knight, I think I've got to try and restrict it. He's not giving me an easy time. I could take that. I could take on d3. I could play rook d1. Queen c4 takes b5 after. I don't like his knight coming. Unfortunately, he's put me on a lot of pressure. I'm going to have to get rid of this guy. He's put me on a lot of pressure. I think he's invoking this. Is there a possibility of bishop d5 for f7? Rook e7, f6. Let's see, queen d3, rook d1, queen c4 takes b5, knight moves. That is a passed pawn supported by the bishop. Alright, is he taking here now? No. Can I take on d4? Maybe bishop d5. I can't be worse after bishop d5. Can I? He's on a1 here. There's also rook a7 immediately. Maybe rook a7 immediately. Okay, it's got rook c3. No, queen f7. Plays rook e7, bishop e7, bishop d5, rook f8. No, rook a7, he just takes that rook. Come on. If I play bishop d5, he's got rook c3. No, bishop f7, queen a2. Can I push a rook back and then play rook e4? No, I can't because this is hanging. Alright, this is where it's unpleasant. Okay. Let's get things out of the target of the queen. And it's 1 minute 30. He's a very, very fast player. Okay. I'll go for bishop c6 to try and win b5. He's on this. What about rook e4 to hold b4? Rook b8, rook e4. Is the bishop trapped? Rook d6, rook c1, rook c8, bishop f7. There isn't bishop f7. Nope. Is that bishop nearly trapped? Oh, crikey. I've just trapped the bishop. No way. I've got no squares for the bishop. Jeez.
Check.
Okay, anywhere except dark squares. Pawns coming off might help.
Check.
I was going for that. Okay.
Check. 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 Time warp. Check. Check. Check.
Ah!
Check.
It just seems unlucky to have the bishop trapped in a ridiculous manner. Okay. 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 Alright. Benny wins. Ah, man. I was doing fine until I got the bishop trapped. Okay. Okay. Man. Ah. He's just so quick as well. After, if he gets an advantage, he's very dangerous. Let's convert. Okay. G5 for the pin. Try and. There's a bishop coming out here. Oh, he's not E4 yet. What do you. Strengthens the centre a bit. If he has to take. B4 is threatened. Okay, so C4 is weak. Go for F4 here. This looks good. Bishop G5. Looks like an RT pin. Knight G4. Bishop E7. Knight G4, Knight G4, Queen F4. Well, there's
Check.
Knight H5 here.
Check.
Queen F5. Well, I'll take this first, and then Queen F5. And Queen H7, so take Queen F5. Let's take this out.
Check.
Okay, Dodgy, thanks for the game. Benny wins. Dodgy. Try and protect d4, e5, d6. This sort of thing could worry him. If he has to play h4, right? Okay. Maybe hand to g4. It's still on g4, so I can keep protection of d4. Okay. What's going on here then? Am I losing this pawn? Is there bishop b5? Bishop d4. Okay, stopping bishop e5. Right. I play e5 in advance then. That's a bit radical. I want to play e5 to support the pawn on the event of bishop b2, because he's ruled out bishop b5. So bishop b2, e5. Was this too dodgy? King f7 looks pretty dodgy. Okay, I'll play it. I think queen f3 does knight e5. Knight d5 check. No, it's check. Okay, queen f3, knight e5 is adequate, it seems. He's released his pressure on d4. I can't play e5 without compromising really badly. Okay, so try and keep hold of some squares. Is he going to do a sack? C file or G file? Maybe I'll get ready for G file usage. With rook g8, g5. Knight c6. Is knight c6 plausible? And then queen f3, king g7. It might be. Okay, it might be. So queen f3, king g7. Maybe I do rook f8. King g7, I do rook f8. So anyway. Knight b8, am I getting squished? Oh, I'm looking as though I'm getting squished here. e5, bishop e7, it doesn't look entirely great. Okay, okay. This does not look good, because he's getting e5 squares, backward pawn here. Nasty pin. And there's rook f5, baby. Could sack the exchange, I think, these light squares. There's something to do. It's bringing so much pressure on the position. This knight. Alright, can I do something with this knight as well? Knight a6 to b4. Get the queens off by force.
Check.
Nice. Gets the knights off by force. Doesn't yet infiltrate to d7. Rook g8. Would he counter-sack the exchange? Have I got bishop e4? Is he going to just sack the exchange? Maybe rook c6 to b6. Getting tied down here. He's not going to relinquish d5, is he? Because rook d8, d2. He's not going to go after h5. Oh, does he go after h5? And time down to g3 maybe. There's e3 there. e2, rook g3. Maybe he's giving me some counterplay here.
Check.
b3 protects b6. I'm splitting his pawns. There's rook b5. Okay, rook a4, rook c4, rook f4. I should be okay. Outside pass pawn. Clock advantage.
Check.
He's not going to take. But a3. One step further. If he gets this h6, it's going to be too dangerous. But h7, the way to play that. Oh boy. I've got to let that go.
Check. Check.
Do you want to draw? Nope. Tricky.
Check. Check. Check.
Well, there's a draw.
Check.
Okay, thanks for the game, Dodgy. Rocky top. Rocky top. Okay. Play burn variation in French. So I want to finish it to the bishop. c6, knight d7, queen c7, Castle queenside. That's my general plan. I don't want a castle kingside particularly. Try and avoid losing the rook in the meantime. There's always bishop g3 though he's got coming up. Is the queen better placed somewhere else? Knight d7. I'm not sure what that's about. Seems to waste a little bit of time. Bishop e6, right, okay, I'll try and hold against bishop e6. Maybe knight g6 is useful. Possibly b5 queen somewhere. Queen c7, bishop g3. Is b5 actually worth it? Queen c7, bishop g3. What about bishop d6? I think actually I like this queen side attack. a4, a3. So that's not happening. b4. Got an advantage on the dark squares with this dark square bishop in all. No, I haven't. He's got the dark square bishop. This is a bit different to what I'm thinking. Knight f4 to d5. Could be a good blockade. Could be a good blockade square. It might not be. It's got queen h6 to g7. I'm holding f6 at the moment. That's one advantage of keeping the queen on d8 for a moment. There's also queen a5 to consider if I want the queens off, maybe. But for the moment, queen h6, knight d5, queen g7, rook f8, queen h7. Okay, I could give up the h7 pawn or think about something else to do there. What exactly? Queen h6, knight d5, queen g7, rook f8, queen h7. Alright, we're going into this. Who'll win this pawn? Slightly decentralizing. I'm hoping it's a bit of counterplay for me at some point soon, somewhere. Queen c7, f4, queen c7, c5. Maybe that's a good one. Okay, there's no bishop d5 just yet, or rook e6, I hope. Against castle queenside, and then c5. In fact, the rook looks at a4. What about c5? Around about here. Is it too risky? Maybe it's too risky. My castle. I'll keep c5 in reserve now. c5 around about here. Okay, it's check here, except rook c2 is a plane. There's bishop c6. That's
check.
Possible, I think. King b7. Or b3. Right, b3 here. Bishop e7. It's not giving me a chance to do too much. Okay. Because I wanted bishop b4, but it hasn't given me a chance to use this bishop. Let's unpin here for rook c8. If I can unpin without getting murdered. Don't tell me I'm forced to do rook d6. I'm hoping it holds on. Oh, crikey. Maybe king d7. Let's play b3 if he wins this. Queen b4. Go back to d3. Queen b4. Let's get this out of the firing line. Or not.
Check.
Not exactly.
Check.
It's got a winning pass pawn there. Is it basically losing because his king can easily blockade any pawns, so if he wants perpetual,
check,
he can take it. Oh, he can just win here. Great.
check.
Oh, that was that was an interesting
Check.
one. Okay, that was a panic. I can get a draw now. Which is better.
Check. 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 Check.
Here is check. Queen c4 is queen b3. So I'm still stuffed in this position. Even in this position, I'm still stuffed. And that's going to be check. Oh, this is just brilliant.
Check.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, well played. I didn't seem to have much counterplay in that game. Okay, I just won that on time rather dirtily. That's, I don't know. Yeah, just not much counterplay. I didn't feel I had much counterplay in that game. Okay. All right. Right, an auto pairing game. Let's play an auto pairing game. Or a 3 minute or a 5 minute. So this is a 5 minute. so this is a standard sort of advanced variation. Okay, I'll do this here for b5, b4. Trying to underball my pawns. Don't necessarily want knight g5 though. Check king d8, c7.
Check.
Bishop e7, b4. Oh, just in case. Is it going to be an infiltration here? Maybe I should have just played b4. That I could still play b4 because of this pin at the moment. I hope b4's happening. Just concerned about f7. Bring this up. King c7, bishop e7. Don't want to take that. Answer with tempo on g6. Alright, if I take that, the c3 is a bit weakened. Okay, duly noted. Okay, here. Ah, alright. Wasn't so clever then to offer the rook as a target. Rook f8 or g5. Maybe g5 here. My pawns are getting shattered. Potentially. Do I allow knight g6? Knight c6, knight g6, rook g8. Is that knight kind of stranded though? I think the knight's kind of stranded. I hope. Because the thing is, this knight could be useful for b4. And it also holds e7. King b6 to unpin. Looking at rook d7, that forcing move doesn't do too much. King b6, b4. b4 here? He's going to get knight e7. I get knight c2 hitting the rook. I think I can just about play that. Try and break this pawn chain down. I'm taking b3, bishop d1. Does that do anything? What's he threatening? Taking a b3 is a protected pass pawn. Anything better? And just b3. I don't want him on e6 immediately. What is he doing on this bishop if I play b3? There's always rook f8, I suppose. Knight c6, rook f7, knight a5. I could give b3 a go. Oh, he's on g8. That's a bit dumb of me. He's on g8. I should notice that. Ah, come on. Ah. It might not matter, I suppose. I think it might. Though, oh, come on. I should have taken the... There is rook a4, so takes knight d2, rook a4. It's not the end of the world. Knight f6 is not killing just yet. So knight d2, rook a4. Okay. So rook a2. Keep that pawn for a moment. Knight a5 to b3 looks good. So knight f6, knight a5 to b3. It's got rook f2, knight a5. Well, I'll do this for knight b3. Knight d7, bishop d7, rook f2, knight b3. That's two connected passed pawns. This could be good actually with knight b3. Not too impressed by that one. Should I be? e6, e7 is queening. I suppose I should be. King c6, knight b4 check. There is king d8, e7, king e8. It's not ideal, but I think it might have to do. If it works, there's no rook f8. I think it might be losing. Most likely losing. e7, king e8, rook e. I'm on the rook. Okay, e7, king e8, rook h. Okay. All right. He moves the rook. I get to play knight f6 maybe. Rook e1, bishop d7. The check. He might not be queening immediately. I'll play this immediately to try and get this pawn. He can take the bishop, knight b3 there. Rook h8, king e7, rook c8, knight b3.
Check.
Get rid of his dangerous pawn at least.
Check.
Two connected passed pawns is what I want. Knight f3, e5, is he mating me? c1. Piece up, knight e5 check, king f5. g4, I've got knight g4. I'll piece up here, I think. g4, knight g4.
Check.
King f4, is that worth thinking about? Knight g6, king g4, rook f1, queen f1. Knight g4, rook f7. I'm getting mated, am I? There's knight f6. I can't immediately see a checkmate.
Check. Check.
Go into the position.
Check.
There is rook f3. I've got to be careful about rook f3.
Check. Time. Check.
Before he's got much time. But time pressure as well. Okay. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. I had to go a narrow path there. Trying to avoid disaster. Very narrow path. Okay, all the 5 minute, all the 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Cookie. Too dangerous to trap the knight. King h1, f4, e5. Let's get the king off the sensitive diagonal, maybe h3 first. Not sure about this. There's bishop g4, that could be a nuisance. Bishop g4, knight g4, h3, knight e3, queen f2. Nice pin. He's threatening rook c3 now. If I do this outside of the pin of rook c3, oh, he wasn't threatening rook c3. I'm imagining that. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's got an active looking position. Okay. I'll play e5. I can play for bishop d2 here to try and skewer. So takes bishop d2. He's spotting that. He's on the c1 bishop. Crikey. Alright. Bishop e3 then. If takes bishop f4. It's queen f2 as well. There's rook c2. If I just take that and f5. Alright, d5 is immune, knight f6. Maybe d6 anyway. I want to play f6. He's got bishop h6 there. I need a move. Not there. h5 might be useful. A little trap. Queen d5, knight f6. Doesn't work here. Maybe if I get a chance for d6, I'll take it here for f6. ed f6, bishop h6. And well, that's actually winning the knight on d7. I think queen d5 is possible here. Knight f6, hitting my queen. Yes, not with the f pawn. Okay, he's got this pin on my g2. Okay. Oh, crikey. Oh, he's got rook g2. Oh, almost got rook g2. f5? Has he got f5? No, there's knight f6 and bishop d5 check. That would be check if he plays f5. So f5, knight f6, hitting my queen, but bishop takes d5 is check. I'll threaten knight f6 potentially, but he's got knight d3 after knight f2. And queen g5.
check, check.
Oh, crikey.
Time warning. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check,
Oh no, not there. Oh, what a muppet.
check.
Blunder my rook there. Oh my words. Okay, okay. This 3-minute auto pairing is unbelievably tough. I don't know. Okay, I'll plan on the 3-minute. That's oh man, this is just it's tough. It's knight c4 possible. Stop knight b5. Bishop e5 for queen h4. That was an idea. It's not spent ages. Let's get a nice knight here. We can make dark squares by getting a nice knight. Oh, actually, rook d6 is plausible. A queen c5 for rook d6.
Check.
Rook d4, rook d4. He's fallen into something here. Queen b3 check. Okay, I can do this. To unpin. Okay, can I screw this up? A rook up? I hope not.
Check. Check. Check.
Although my rooks are getting passive at the moment.
Check.
They're fine, I think, now.
Check. Check.
Actually, could have taken that. Oh, I wasn't paying attention there. You could have taken that. Okay, yeah, let's try again on the 3 minute. So Albert, let's try something vaguely sort of know at the end of the game. Might help at this time limit. So who is Albert? He says he made number 1 in 5 minutes chess and he retires. It's quite dangerous. This is 3 minute, a bit quicker. So I wonder if I can play Queen G3. Double here. Knight E5, Bishop E5 doesn't give me a chance to do that, I think. So there's no real potential for Knight E5 it seems. He's on my queen. What else can I do here? H4, Knight G5. This bishop can... Okay, maybe it's okay there. Knight E5 here. He'll get a nice blockade. Okay, I'll go with this. Knight H2 to G4. H5 first. There's rook E3 here potentially. Yes. Oh, this is silly. This is silly passive. Can I kick this intruder out with Queen F2? Or rook E1? Maybe it's useful for a moment covering E7. If I can kick the intruder out with rook E1, does that feel tactically? Right, Knight E5 here is on my queen. Though, if I try and... nothing's on prees or anything. I'll try and get for rook E8. Rook D3, rook E2. Try and go for rook E8. At least my bishop's on F8. Right, can I play Queen E1 for Knight E5 as well?
Check.
Knight G5 check here, Bishop G5 is winning an exchange. I think I'll
check.
For that.
Check.
Because I'm on the knight. It's got a check. I can. All right. Maybe Bishop E7 on knight E6. He hasn't got knight E6. Double for G7. We'll try and make me with Bishop G3. There's Rook C5 here. Try and avoid that. Let's get out like this. Rook C1, King E2. way to get mated, haven't I? "21 seconds, trying to defend rookie 1.
Time.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on! I don't again! I'm just doing pre-moves and I end up losing a piece. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! I get it. Oh, my word. It's just disaster after disaster. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I get out of that and I just fall asleep after. What is this 5-minute auto parrying? He says he was number 1 on the 5-minute auto parrying. He's been up to 2631 on the 5-minute auto parrying. That's pretty good. That's wow. Okay, this is dangerous guy. Dangerous. I thought Rookie 5 was a good find, and he's got nerves of steel after. He's got nerves of steel. Really forehand. I had good chances there. It's unbelievable. Okay, 5. Yes, that was a scary mating that he put me in. Yeah, I was nearly running out of time to stop the mating net. Right.
Check.
This line. I've had this a few times.
Check.
This idea is interesting, I think. If I can play it properly. Like castle here. Knight c5. There we are. I'm wondering about queen b5. Have I just given him a good game? Intriguing. For a bit of counterplay. It takes rook a2. Rook c4 here. Getting both knights. Knight b2, rook d4. Okay, knight d6 is threatened. What about queen a6? That looks tricky. Knight d6, queen a4. Knight moves knight c5. Then I might be getting some significant play. Queen's holding the knight. Queen d1, queen b5, knight d3, Okay. I can win an exchange there. Is that any good? We'll do better with queen b7. Isn't his knight just hanging on queen b7? How does he hold this knight? It's miles away. Hitting the queen at the moment. A6 in this position. What has he got there? If I played A6. I think that's better version of events. Because there's two connected passed pawns here, right? Right, so if I just get behind them. Rook c8, c3. Better do something quick because I'm going to lose on time. My back row is a problem, potentially. If I get to play c2, it's... I ended up with nothing. Oh man, this is not good.
Time warning.
I've just ended up with... I can't believe this. I don't know what's happening. Okay, this is in one of my pet lines. I've just screwed up from position. On the verge of, I thought, a big advantage, but my clock was bad. Clock situation was bad.
Check. Check. Check.
Yeah, it's hopeless on the clock. Okay, I think I give up. As well as being a rook now. Ah, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal tonight. Okay, I'll try a 5-minute. Maybe okay, I'll mix it with 5-minute. A bit more time for thinking. That was terrible. I thought A6. Yeah. You've got to factor in the clock a lot more on the 3-minute, obviously. I've just allowed D5. Okay, this might be okay. Sometimes. Bishop b3. C5, but b6, it just ignores that. I go for knight h5 on f5. Take pawn on route, taking out this knight. This is very scary.
Check.
And my king is just totally compromised. Yeah, my king has been shot to pieces, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything going on here. Try for rook g2. Hang on a sec. Rook g2.
Check.
Might be something. Knight d6 for queen c5. Can't see much else going on. Yeah, rook h3 looks killing. For my king's safety was suspect. Yes. That was, yeah. My king safety was wiped out there. Oh, this is a bit hard tonight. Okay, I'm hoping for some challenges to get away from the auto parrying now. A bit wounded. Okay. If anyone wants to challenge, just to get me off the auto parrying for a moment. But I'll have some water. Drawn with him once. Okay, maybe another 5 minute. Might get easier on the 5 minute. Okay, not an IM. Maybe that's good news. Let's gambit for some interesting play. Knight g4 threatens bishop c3. It's cheapo, but he's got his knight d5, so why bother? I'll play d6 for a moment. Bishop e6. Be more sensible about this. Knight g4 to e5 maybe. He's ruled out. Knight d7 to e5 or rook d8 for d5 might be a plan. Rook d8 for d5. Okay, let's see where he's going with that. I kick the knight and then go rook d8, bishop e6, d5. I'm just creating some weaknesses here. I'll use this rook for a moment on the c file. Okay. Is he going to do knight g5? I just want to test this because I really want rook d8 and d5. Okay. He might let me play this. D5 coming up. Right there. Okay. I'm going to put some more pressure on the centre. For D5 on A3, I can either take or knight A6. Okay, D5 finally. I think I'd love to play knight E4 because the rook's on the queen here. Now, ED, again, I don't mind, I think. ED, knight D5. This looks like a nice, pleasant position at the moment, in some respects, for the pawn. Well, he's got bishop a6 potentially if I play knight e2. I'll take that off, or DE. Okay, I'll play DE. Maybe just knight takes D3. Yeah, and then bishop B5. Just target this guy. Okay, then I'll target F4. There's also this check here which might be handy. Or Queen A6 targeting D3 and A2. I'll check for knight E3.
Check.
Because that gives me rook D3. If the rook moves, there's rook D3. Take on C1 first, I think. If the rook moves, there's knight F1 check, forking the queen and king sometimes. Okay. This pin. I can unpin with A5. There's queen E7. Queen B8 for F4. That might be interesting. His checks are not too lethal. And the queen's protected at the moment. Thinking about this a bit. Queen B7's hopeless. Queen E6. Is that virtually hopeless? Queen B5, Queen E4. If knight C5. Oh. This Queen B2 hits C1 and G2. Oh, I think I might tempt him into this. Hits B2, I mean, protects F6, hits G2 and C1. So Queen E7, Queen B2. If he took the queens off, alright, there's some problems for him. G2, C1, Rook G1. Bishop C6 on Rook G1. Some pressure here, pressure points. There's Knight E5. If I played Rook D1 here, Queen E8, Rook G1, I'll be threatening mate. Maybe Rook D1's the way to go. So Queen E8, Rook G1, Rook D1, Queen G2. Queen E8, Rook G1, Rook D1, Queen G2, Knight E5. Well, I'm protecting F7 at the moment. Can I not just play Rook takes G1 here? Because I'm protecting F7, which is quite fortunate for that bishop.
Check.
Didn't see that. Oh, just gone into a mate. Oh no. I was going into a mate. Didn't see that at all. Queen G5. Mate. Okay, I've got a challenge then. I'm having great fun on the auto pairings tonight. I'll take this challenge. I'll take this challenge. Too complicated, maybe that position. I thought I was fortunate with the bishop being defensive, but crikey. If you're not taking that, I'll protect it now. Okay, Knight D5 here. Okay, some plans. Bishop F4. He's on the E1 square. C3 to hold the let's cover the E1 square. G3. Maybe Rook D1's needed. Queen F6, Rook D1. I don't know about taking here. D5 is weak. Maybe I can. F5 is on the cards. I'll protect this one. F5 Queen G2, and then Bishop F3. F5 Queen G2 and then Bishop F3. Yeah, okay, so Queen G2 here, is that plausible? Queen moves Bishop F3. Because he might attack the rook here. Okay. Try and solidify. B4 knight C2 to D4. I take 95. I think I'll take. Knight C4. H6, Bishop E3, or not. I'll take it here. Okay, if he takes, I'm wondering rook AC1 or not. Where's knight D3, I suppose. Knight D3, rook C2.
Check.
He's got bishop. He's got bishop E2. He's got bishop E2. This does seem to be good. Bishop E2. Okay, he hasn't played that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Under pressure here. Right. So King G2, Bishop F4. Yeah, I know. Blitz got a really good position. It's, I don't know. I don't know. I tried to rest before tonight. Honest, I didn't do anything too excruciatingly mentally painful. I wasn't like doing any mental marathon or anything. I don't know what's happened to my brain tonight. It seems to be mush. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm quick with it. It's just... Anyway, I'll try another 3-minute auto pairing. Seems to be getting tactically. It's not my knight tactically. At the moment, I'll be positive. Be positive for this game. Positive thinking. Positive thinking now. Okay, this is an active position for black, if nothing else, for a bit, for a moment. Maybe not a particularly good position anyway. So I'm hoping to get some pressure going at some point around here, somewhere. Queen c7, b5. If any e5, there's also bishop f5, maybe to think about. Is he going to allow b5? I don't know. e5, bishop f5. I'll still play for b5. Right, okay, I'll try and provoke him into playing e5. Please play e5. I'll play bishop f5 and I might have something. I don't know. Maybe white's just better there. Okay, c4, hang on. I'll give up the d4 square, but I'll get to play b5 here. Just want to stop any f5. Right. Can I dare take this? Right, there's a check. And drag the bishop back. I'm not really convinced by this. Maybe
Check.
over here for queen a2. Knight e6. Alright, if I take that, it's quite a strong knight. Take it here. I'll be on b2. Let's take it on b2, is that? And he goes, or b4. He's got bishop b6 coming. So bishop b6 is the fun and games. Right, there's queen a6 to stop that for a moment. So I've managed to spot a threat, bishop b6, it seems. I'm also creating a threat, queen takes c6. Alright, so knight e6 here. I still think I'm, for the moment, okay, fundamentally. If I can take on b2 or play b4, c3. b4, c3 looks good. What's doing with this rook? I could play the check. And queen b2 would pin
Check.
the bishop actually. There's no bishop b6 just yet. Let's keep the bishop pinned for a laugh. Oh, he's got rook b8 though. He's going to try and break my blockade at this rate. There's queen d3. Or bishop f6. Maybe bishop f6 just in case things get really bad. 10-second advantage on the clock, both very short on time. There's bishop d4 if he's not careful. Okay, here. Oh, his queen was hanging. No, maybe not.
Time warning.
Okay, that looks good. I'll take the queen.
Check.
It's with check. That's good news. Yes, I've won a game. I've won a game. That feeling of winning a game. That's so good. It's so good to win a game. Okay, I'll try and win another. I'm going to try and string 2 wins together on the 3-minute auto pairing. Okay, can I do it on the 3-minute auto pairing? There are separate ratings on all the auto pairings for those that don't know. My 3-minute auto pairing is my weakest game at the moment, I think. You finger kingscrusher. I'll just tell you my ratings. Oh, Blitz is a bit low as well. 5-minute 22.44. 3-minute 21.39. Blitz is low as well. Okay. Blitz kicker. This is on the 3-minute. Let's play this always very quick. Blitz kicker. Solid position he's aiming for. What he's got. B5 square potentially. Okay. A bit too quick. He's a bit too quick for my liking. It is not going to be better than my bishop. Get around here. Alright. Maybe. Bishop d5. Spots that. I'll go for a rook h1 plan. Queen d4, rook h1, that sort of thing. It's got rook c4 here. He's not going to play f6 in this position, is he? As long as he's not winning my queen. Oh, you're kidding me. He's going to go for a draw. I'm going to set the rating points if he's going for a draw. Okay. Right, g4 might be possible here to kick this pesky knight. Then rook h1. No, he just plays queen g7. No, hang on. Yeah, he's got. Oh, I've got queen g5. He's got f6. Ah, have I just messed up my position now? Okay, maybe. Still try and double the rooks here. His knight's going to have an ideal climate, and he's 30 seconds up. Think about this, rook h6, king f7, rook h7. If I can double the rooks, does it do anything? Not really. Don't think I've achieved anything here. Rook d4 to b5.
Check.
So he can do, he's going to go to e4. Okay, he didn't go to e4. No, he can't go to e4 that easily. Right, there's rook a4 here and rook b8.
Check.
Go away. I want to play rook b5 without hassle. Oh, come on.
Check. 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 Check.
24 seconds. I'm too slow. I'm just too slow.
Check.
As well. I've got worse position.
Check. Time warning.
18 seconds. 16.
Check.
Start pre-moving like crazy. Or not. Maybe 4.
Check.
Nope, this is not
Check.
helping. Don't think this position helps. 30 seconds down.
Check. Check.
Can't do much. Try for a draw here though.
Check.
Maybe it's
Check.
nope. I'm too slow as well. I'm just okay. J Russell 2. I mean, this might be the last game. It's tonight. J Russell 2. It's been tough. Okay, try and make this a good one. This looks like a position which I might have a bad bishop. Do something with this bad bishop later. Take it this way. Always d5 collapses. Is there potentially e3? Okay, rook d8, bishop d7, bishop c6. Rook d3, rook d8. this looks okay. Bishop e5 coming up. Looks okay. As far as I can tell. Let me take on here.
Check.
There's a nice check there.
Check.
And take here and then d2. Maybe try and lift the blockade. Okay, so queen e4. And maybe d2. If I hang on a sec, e5 e4 might be good as well. e5 e4. Okay. It's going to be dangerous for g7 soon. Rook c7 and queen c3 coming up. Right, what do I want to do? Cover up the dark squares a bit, maybe. Maybe rook d7, queen d4. Or maybe e5 is useful here.
Check.
Queen e4.
Check.
For e5. Is that handy? There's queen h1. Ah, hang on. Queen h2, king e3, queen g3. This could be handy, queen h1. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for queen h1. Rook takes check. Yeah, I think that's looking interesting. Win a pawn with check around about here. Rook d3, check. Okay. Okay, back to the drawing board here.
Check.
I think I want to take him and play d2. If I stay out of the checks for a moment, I want to do that but without this being check. So here, frat check takes d2. Queening.
Check.
Potentially. If the king is not helping the pawn. King e1, queen g1, king g2, queen takes, d2. It's been a tough night. Okay, it's been a super tough night tonight. Oh, I'm such a bunny tonight. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Some interesting games. Okay, thanks for coming. I think we're gonna end here. Okay. So yeah, always room for improvements. Okay. Happy New Year, by the way, when it comes to you, and happy holidays at the moment. And may you win lots of games in the new year, and chess bring you lots of happiness, among other things. Okay. All right. I think that's it here. All right. All right. Thanks very much. Cheers then. Comments, questions, likes appreciated on YouTube. Cheers then.